Hi, I'm Katie Brickner from Scholastic Art Magazine. I'm here at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. Today, we're going to visit a new exhibition about the Surrealist master, Rene Magritte. Let's go!
1926 to 1938 are significant years because they really are the moment when the artist Rene Magritte becomes Magritte. Up until that point, he had painted abstract pictures, ways of painting that would break reality up into fragments or into unrecognizable shapes and forms. And in 1926, he described how he was sitting in a Belgian brasserie and he began to contemplate the wood moldings around a door frame, and they gradually took on a hallucinatory reality for him. And that it was at that moment that he decided to return to painting everyday, recognizable objects, and it marked the beginning of this adventure that would play out over the next 13 years on through 1938. The False Mirror is a painting that Magritte created in Paris in 1929. So what do you see? I suppose most obviously you see a big eye and really nothing else. And then the longer you look, what do you begin to notice about it? Magritte has filled his eye with luminous clouds and blue sky. So this is an eye that both looks out at you, the viewer, the spectator, and it's something that you can look through at the same time, like you would a window. You're looking at a room, and in this very spare, bare room stands an easel, and on that easel is a canvas, and on that canvas is a painting, a representation of a landscape that appears to be identical to, or as Magritte later said, covers over exactly the same bit of landscape that you perceive as being outside this room. The minute you really begin to think about this and about this idea that what's in that small work on canvas in the center as being a representation and what surrounds it as being real, you have to step back and say, oh, well, actually, the whole thing is an invention, right? This is all a painting. There's no real material difference between what Magritte has painted on that small canvas in the center of his work and what surrounds it. I think it's interesting, first of all, this painting has a white background. And I don't know what a white background makes you think about, but it makes me think about paper. Something in a book, maybe. Maybe you've even had, I did when I was little, those ABC books where you open the first page and you have a picture of an apple and underneath it is the word apple. By making a picture of, by representing very, very meticulously this pipe and with a caption underneath it, he's thinking about school books and primers and pictures that have captions. However, what he does that is very, very different is in French. His caption doesn't say just pipe. He says, ceci n'est pas une pipe. This is not a pipe. So immediately you have to think, what is the difference between a picture of something and the thing itself? And as Magritte later said, who could smoke a pipe from one of my paintings? No one. So this is not a pipe. Magritte had seen his project as an artist in terms of looking for relations between things. This painting that we're looking at, Clairvoyance, is Magritte's way of telling the story of his process. He wanted to stare at things so long and so hard that they took on another reality or another dimension for him. And so here, the result of his staring at this egg made him conjure up the hidden, unseen, concealed life that every egg contains in the form of that meticulously painted bird that you see him rendering on the canvas. So Magritte matters because he wanted people to realize that ordinary, everyday, basic, banal things matter. And his pictures matter because if you pay close attention to them, you really will begin to be more aware of the mystery that is present in the everyday.